another time for my podcast, Pushing Past Prison Communities. I just want to put out there that if you are trying to find me, those who are not following me or follow me through a third person, you have to find me with triple PC, which is PPPC, which is Pushing Past Prison Communities, in order to find me on the Podbean app. I don't know if you can go to any type of like podcast streaming services. I doubt it, but it's three P's and a C. And today, I'm going to introduce my sister in just 2 seconds. But today we're talking about prison wife and an everyday wife coexist in this world because we all have a struggle. We all doing the same thing, and we're just trying to find our way through this thing we call life. So I wanted to get her perspective on it and basically see how we can meet in the middle. Like it was the pros, cons, the ups and downs that we both faced. We have a couple questions for each of us, and we're gonna just kind of like hash at it, be deep, talk about it, laugh about it, and whatever that comes in between that. So without further ado, um, my sister Shatia, introduce yourself and anything else you would like to add.
Yes, first and foremost, hey, 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 hey.
How are
Let's
you?
go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. First and foremost, thank you so much for having me. I'm here on your podcast. Absolutely love it, which is my first
Yeah,
podcast. So you already know. I'm like, oh
I
my God, oh
know.
my
It's
God, oh
embarrassing. I'm
my
trying
God.
to like, you see, I'm not looking at the camera too much. I'm probably looking cockeyed because I'm trying not to look at the camera because I'm so used to just doing audio at this point. So it's like, oh my god.
Keep the faith, keep the faith, keep the faith.
Yes. Oh Lord. Introduce
Um,
yourself.
well,
Let the world know who you are.
well,
Who
first and
are you, Miss
foremost, my
Sophia?
name is Shirley Simmons. How you guys are doing? I am a 39-year-old African Jamaican American woman. Okay, mother of two. Two. I've been with my husband for 17 years. We have been married for 6 years. We're going on 7 years in June, which is close to my birthday. We got my birthday.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
okay, okay. And right now, I'm an entrepreneur. I am creating my own business, which is a nonprofit organization, because I really just love and I want to just do more in life and for my community. So, that's what I'm starting, and
Well,
talking little.
well, I'm glad that you mentioned your nonprofit because I was actually going to end off with you shouting out your nonprofit and going into that, but so we don't have to like seem like we're unorganized and like we're here, we're there, we're there. I'm going to let you continue,
Okay,
put your nonprofit out there, say what you need to say about it, and actually spread the word on what you do and how you do it, and take your time with that information because I want everybody to get it, understand it, and digest it properly. So take your time and actually explain that, and then we'll go into what we're doing today.
okay, okay, okay. Well, that's fine. That's why I have a trusty, crusty
No,
notebook.
I'm a 90s baby. I'm with you. Candy dandy.
Oh, Daddy, notebook.
Oh, you silly.
Okay, but so yeah, that's a little bit about me and what I do, and
What
that's
was the
it.
name of your nonprofit?
It's Shaken with Shatia, Passion for Success, which is SWS, Passion for, which is the number four, and that represents my family, which is me, which is my husband, myself, my daughter, my son, and success, and and that's NY, which is New York, of course.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
what do you do in your nonprofit, or what have you done?
Oh, so far I have done three events. One was a graduation, being that a lot of the eighth graders wasn't able to have a graduation because the schools
The
wasn't
coach,
doing it.
right?
I decided to put on a graduation performance and event with the kids that wanted to participate in this graduation ceremony. We had their families come out and they got their awards, they got certificates, they walked down the aisle, I made it, as to where it was
Like,
an aisle and
wow.
things.
them to still feel appreciated, that what they did in the school year was actually acknowledged. And
Exactly.
that's one thing that they didn't really get to experience like we did growing up, or the kids before them. They get to still
Right.
feel. And I'm not gonna lie, sis, I feel like you ain't pumping yourself enough. Like, I really gotta take over and do what a little sister does and literally congratulate you, pump you up, because I think you just hiding the best parts. You guys, she has done an event for Halloween for the kids, so they can stay out of trouble and not kind of do anything that's mischievous, if I'm saying it right. And
Yes.
she had a musical that she did with the kids. They had a little, like, did you ended up doing the church sermon thing where people was able to speak and have like a religious moment? Like, did you guys
Yes.
was able to do that?
Yes.
Okay, so they
We
did
actually
that.
we actually opened up the show with that, and them speaking positive and saying no matter what, God is, our higher power is in charge. He's everywhere. So
Everything. Got
he's
you, got you. So
everywhere.
you did that event. Was that for anything in particular, or other just so kids won't be like outside doing crazy things? Was that
Well,
anything in
the
particular for
main
the house there?
Yeah, the main key is always to protect our kids and get them off the streets, man. And that's always going to be the number one
Big
key.
thing. Mhm.
For our kids to, in order for them to grow, in order for us to, for them to be successful, in order for them to want more in life, they gotta be, they can't be on the streets. Me, such as myself, I'm growing up in Brownsville, represent, but it wasn't
Yeah.
easy. I was in the
Yeah.
streets. I was in the gang life. I was robbing. I was stealing. I was doing everything,
I
and
think I know that from the book he was doing. Buck.
so 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 I realized, what I realized, over time and even in time, as I look back, I'm like, wow, what kept me from actually, wilding out and going into that deepest, darkest, street life was having these community affairs, having the what we had block parties where they did.
Hmm.
We had talent shows, we had fashion shows, we had
Hmm.
did different things, and
Things
that kind
you
of brought
were
me back.
excited for as a kid that you wanted to go outside for. Okay.
Right, right, and that brought me back, and that's something that I wanted to bring to the kids today, and not only
Hmm.
I, doing musicals today as a woman
As
excites
an
me.
adult, that's still
That's
fun.
what I think,
Right? It's still exciting. No, I get it. No, I definitely get it. And also speak about how you sell chocolates, you make baked goods and everything, so the kids can kind of come together and like I forgot. You said
But,
that you also yeah, like take over. I'm sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, no. We actually not only did we do the Halloween, but before that we did a back to school event, which we
Hey,
had
yes, with the book
with
bags. Yes, please speak on that. Please speak on that.
book bags. There's 500 book bags we gave away, over 500 book bags, and
That is so dope.
yo, listen, I still got some left over that I plan on using for our Easter event, our Easter egg event.
Right.
Wait, I
That
can't
is
wait.
awesome. That is so dope. That is so
Wait.
dope. I'm so glad that you like putting it out there. So, because no one would know unless we have platforms like this that celebrate other women, other men, other people in general that's actually doing something positive for the community. So, I also wanted to let you put how to reach you and how to support and how to help you in any way for those who are listening or maybe watching.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, you guys can first and foremost, because I thought we was gonna do this at the end, so I kind of wasn't.
Sorry, I know, but you threw it out there. I'm like, yeah.
You said fuck it, we there, right? Excuse my language. You said
Yeah,
forget
why
it.
not?
Fuck it, we there. Why not? Right? Fuck it. Okay, hold on. Okay. So first, I just want to explain to everybody because I feel like passion for success. This is everything. This is the meaning to passion for success, and the reason why I want to use that is because it's everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything that my heart desires, and this is everything that it's that inspires the passion for success. Okay, and the passion is the fuel that inspires and drives people towards specific goals, no matter how unlikely or difficult that might be. It generates the enthusiasm needed to plow through the biggest obstacles and overcome the most intractable challenges in life. It also inspires loyalty, teamwork, hard work, and eventually success. And if you are a person of that nature and that's how you feel in your heart, that, that's what Shaking with Your Tea is Passion for Success is about. Okay, because not only do I want to help give back to the community, but it's about uplifting each other. It's about building each other, self-confidence, self-awareness, financial situations. Why is it that we're keeping these things to ourselves? Why is it that we can't create a business together individually?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That is so
You-
true. You're so right. And also, you have a Gmail that you just created for your business, as well as I know you're developing your website. And once that gets completed, you'll be able to spread that to the world. But I still would say spread it to the world, because you never know what can come out of that. So yes, please share your contacts. And I know you wanted to get a business number soon, but just like whatever you feel comfortable sharing, please use this opportunity to do so.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, you can find me if you would like to. First and foremost, let me tell you about my next event. The next event is for us to be able to create soap. So it's going to be a body workshop. It's going to be a body. Oh my God, I got it written down. It's a body workshop, and what we're going to do is create soaps and candles. Okay, so once you're able to get that, and we make and recreate it, we're going to then. Uh, ha- we're going to get a pop-up shop and we're going to sell those products. So not only will you be confident and creating these things that you can now, and that's why I said together individually, meaning that we can all learn how to do this trade. And then if you want, you know how to do it, go off and create your business. You
Yeah.
know, what it's about. That's what this is about. Or if you want to team up with somebody, hey, now you know somebody of interest. So the circle is right here.
Yeah. You actually basically bringing everybody together to possibly start something greater and branch off. And I think that's really dope. And I really think that people should actually, if they don't want to do that per se, but anything that can help, a donation or anything that can actually assist with that process, because I think that's really dope. Everyone and a lot of people, especially on YouTube, is doing those things today, and they try to keep that information to themselves. So the fact that you're okay with the idea of let's come together, let's learn something, and then you do whatever you want to do with that, and we'll move forward. I think that's pretty dope that you even think like that. So that's cool.
Thank you, Mac,
Cool.
because we need to work together. I feel like us as people of color, we don't work together. It's like we can have 1,000 people that sell soap. As long as we're all selling soap, we're doing something with ourselves. Maybe God created us to be 100 soap makers. You understand
Yeah,
what I'm saying? You
yeah.
know,
Never look at it like that. You know, 'cause people got the stigma when someone already have done something, no one wants to do it because that person already did that. But that everything in life has a duplicate. You can buy
thank you.
it's like 12 different type of laptops you can buy from different companies, notebooks, jewelry, extensions. It's like you can get that. It's a bunch of everything. So it's like who's better at this point? You know what I'm saying? Who has the better quality at this point? So I think that's really dope. And also, like I said, I know you said you was gonna share at the end, but so I'm gonna let you continue. But I don't want you to forget because I know when you in your thoughts, you kind of forget what you want to say. So do not forget to leave your email that you just created with the
That
s.w.s.
I will not. I will not. I will not.
Yeah.
Because if you would like to get involved in this soap making workshop, if you would like to get involved in the soap making workshop, which will be held in Bronx, New York, yes, yes. Um, please feel free to drop your email so that I can send you the information and the details. Now, I do know the holidays is coming, so I do not plan on bothering you guys because for Thanksgiving we want to do a can sale and we also want to give out food to the less fortunate. And for the holidays, we are doing, something else, which is pretty much, I'm not even sure. My husband told me to I got to take a vacation because I've been working. So I was trying to cover that. I can't cover it. I can't.
I know this next event is fairly new, and I know you're still trying to kick the odds and ends together. So I know like you have everything written down, but nothing's concrete as of yet. So forgive us guys for as far as like the trying to put the pieces together and trying to give you guys a clear cut of what's gonna happen. But things change every day with schedules, timing, what's gonna happen, what gets shipped in, what doesn't. So it's like it's gonna be a lot. But once we get the things concrete, I'll even revert to this on my podcast, the auto version, on Podbean, and kind of reiterate things that if she's updated on something, I'll throw it back on. However, to kind of give you guys an update on with that. So I just want to put that out there as well.
That'll be, thank you so much. That'll be so helpful. You know?
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. 'Cause, I'm
But
getting a couple followers. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting a couple followers. I just want to spread the word even more because, like I said, and I also want to encourage you to try to do something that, because I'm the one that's speaking on the behalf of the prison wives, women, fiancés, whatever. I want you to try to create something that we could benefit from as well, so we can send our loved ones, or something that we can do to show that we're thinking about them. And I don't know how that will work, but we'll talk about it off screen and try to find something that can come together.
I'm already off the dome, honey.
You got something?
I'm already off the dome. The thing is, and this is why I can be able to identify with you guys, is because although I'm not a wife that's pushing past prison community, but I'm a child whose father was in prison, and I would go there on a consistent basis, and I was, so it was I was immune to that because I did that for years. I was a child. I was going with my mother. So the things that he created for my mom, oh my God. Oh my God.
I hope I didn't just flash everybody.
Like the arts and crafts that you guys can actually make to send to your husbands, and it's like it's paper, but the creativity of it makes it, more defined, but it makes it more special. And then if you guys, we get together and we hold a workshop to where we can be able to create those things and then send them off, that would be great.
And I definitely got plans. Like I said, we really got to come together because I got plans of like a Secret Santa type thing, but it's not necessarily. I don't want it to be called like Secret Santa, but it's basically where loved ones, like say if you had someone incarcerated and me having someone incarcerated, maybe I can cash app you a couple dollars for your loved ones, and then you cash app someone else for their loved ones, and it just gets spread around. So it's like it makes it a lot easier for the wife. It takes a load off of like, oh my God, even with the financial of the phone. Look, I'm gonna be real. My phone just went out. My husband can't call me, but I'm putting money on it tonight for tomorrow. But like, if I had a tight community of women, I wouldn't have to feel like, oh my God, I'm jacked up for the night or for the week. I can reach out to my sisters in this situation. They'd be like, okay, here's a 20. That should hold you down until you get paid. And then vice versa. So no one can feel like they're giving too much or not enough.
So how about like a Santa, like it's like, because it's like giving like giving it forward, like right. So you gotta
be mindful. Yeah, because you got to be mindful. Not a lot of, and I thought long and hard about this, since I'm not gonna lie, because I know how most women are about their husband's information. Because at first I was like, oh, maybe like the other person would have to, like, I wasn't thinking Cash App. I was thinking, how would that person do that? Maybe that person could kind of drop off, like say if it was me, I can drop some stuff for your husband, but then I have to know his in, and not a lot of people are okay with that. Me personally, like I said on my podcast, I'm very comfortable with my marriage, so I don't think nothing.
Right, but understand that everybody's not there, and it would be great because it's a part of your organization that you're creating, for you to get together with the women, and instead of it being a hey, I'm gonna drop it off to your husband type of thing, it's you guys sharing it amongst each other, and then letting them bring it to their husbands as a gift for the family.
Yep. So that's why I kind of settled with the Cash App. No drama, no issues.
Right, because it takes out that point of
possibility of some bull crap.
And right, we're the wives of the pushing past prison community. So So before you can build a bond with the men that's inside, we have
Mhm.
to build a bond with the women on the
This is
outside.
God.
And
Oh, on
that's
the outside. Sorry. Yes, you're
right.
right.
And
Right.
that
You're right.
sisterly systemhood, you know?
Mhm.
So I would do that. You know, if that would
That'd be pretty dope. I think that'd be pretty dope. It's just gonna be a little difficult, maybe because everyone's so separated, but it's definitely worth a conversation. And people got to be willing to want to do it. And I don't know if there's gonna be a lot of women that's willing to do it. Oh my God, I have this one thing. Okay, so yeah, I just want to know like everyone got to be willing to do it and go from there. But I will say this, like, oh my God, this is annoying. Where's that? There you go. There you go. Sorry, that was killing me. That would have killed
I
me.
be feeling the same way sometimes. That's okay.
I
That's
know,
okay.
right? But thank you so much for sharing your nonprofit. I think it's a great idea. I appreciate what you do for the community, whether it's mine or yours personally, because I'm all the way in West Bubble and you in the Bronx. So it's like I still respect it.
And
You
it's
know what
how
I'm
we
saying?
make the
So,
world go round, baby. We trying to hit city to city to city to state to state to
I,
state, baby. Let's go. Let's take over. We taking over, man. They don't even
no, I
understand.
Yeah, but you know what? You're gonna do great, and I put blessings and everything on whatever you're gonna do and how to move forward. I'm gonna try to pump your stuff, so you just please keep me posted with everything, and then we're just gonna keep going, and you're gonna be great. Trust me, you're gonna be great. You're gonna be
Thank
great.
you so
Like I
much.
have no doubt, you got this. You work hard. Trust me. You neglect things that's important for your stuff just so you can succeed. So I know you gonna be some. We ain't gotta talk about it. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying, girl? Yeah. but for today, guys, I want to jump into our questions as far as the difference of a prison wife and a everyday woman and how we come together. I don't know if I touched on that, but I just want to remind you guys, and we're gonna go with question one. So my question for Shatia is, what is a day in the life for you as a everyday woman, a wife, a supporter?
Okay. Okay. For me, every day is different. Um, and I say that because some days I can wake up and it can be overwhelming. You know, I do have two kids. My daughter's 14, my son is 11, and and you know, even and my 14-year-old, I don't have a problem with, she I don't have a problem with her. She she gets up, she goes, she do what she wants. Not, no, oh, I'm sorry, not even that she do it. I'm sorry, y'all. This is when I get a little nervous. This is when I get a little nervous. I feel like this is when the spotlight is on you, right? It's the
I know
spotlight,
what you
right?
mean.
Spotlight.
We still working out the kinks and the nerves, yo.
The kinks, okay? But okay, but it can be it can be a little bit overwhelming by the time I get up. My husband is already gone. So it's like super mom to the rescue. Um Again, as Raven said, sometimes I put too many things on my plate because I'm not only a mom, but I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business. I'm a wife. I am a plumber, a fixer, a
I
cook.
Sir, a counselor.
Right, I'm a shopper. I'm a Uber. I'm a fucking fire. Yeah, fire high. I don't fire safety director. I'm a business. I don't. I'm a man. I don't know. I'm a manager. You know, I take care of freaking. I take care of animals. It's a lot. It's a lot going
And
on.
you got dogs. I forgot about them.
The cat, like
Yeah, 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 yeah,
5 kids plus my husband. So,
You're so silly. That's what we gotta look forward to, ladies. We gotta add them to the kid list.
kid list, guys. So,
Oh
so,
gosh.
sometimes it can be a lot, but at the end of the
So like
day,
what do you
uh,
do? Like from like you said, when you wake up, it's like your husband's already gone. I'm sure the kids need to be getting ready, or you need to assist your youngest one with getting up and getting out. And then from there, walk me through that. And I like you could pick any of those days. 'Cause I know it changes every day, but like on a common basis, what's the most common day?
well, I can tell you for the most part, I'm working on myself. So in the morning times, I do Bible studies
Okay.
from 7 to 8, and from 8 to 9, I try to fix my breakfast. But right now, I'm actually working out. So from
Hmm.
8 to 9, I do my workout. And then from 9 to 10, I listen to Nanos in the morning, which he's a positive motivational speaker. And he's also into Bitcoin and trading and things like that, because I'm also into that as well. We'll get
Mhm.
to we'll get to that later.
Don't forget to add that you said you listened to Jay-Z the last time.
Yes. Well, I do, and I also listen to Jay-Z Affirmations. He does motivational speaking as well. And it's just some things that just like motivate my mental thinking. And just kind of give me my positive affirmation. Sometimes I do affirmations. I also do meditations. I do, and that's what just love your life from Jess. I love Jess. I love Jess. 10 minutes, it's 10 minutes. So, it's really cool. And then I read a book. And right now I read a mental, but not a, any, novels. I read something that's educational and that's motivational,
Mhm.
something that can right, and by 12 o'clock, my day is done. So that my day is done. So once that's done, then I can get into my nonprofit and my businesses and everything else, start making phone calls, this that and that. And that's on a good day. Yeah, that's on a
Okay.
good day. um
Okay.
wait, that's on a good day. That's on a good day.
Oh, we
uh,
gotta go about the bad day.
yes, on
Oh,
other days.
okay.
Yes. See, that's on the days that we can have that Wusa time. On other days, uh, I definitely do my 7 to 8 and my 9 to 10. But in between that, I might have to get up, take Anna to school because she done woke up late, or whatever the case may be. And I gotta pick David up from school. I gotta run errands. I gotta go food
David,
shopping. I gotta clean up the house. I gotta do laundry. I gotta put things in
your
store.
son.
Little David, yes.
You gotta elaborate because they don't know.
Sorry, little David. I gotta pick little David up from school. Um, and that's just the mom stuff. So it's like uh I really have to schedule my time, but
I
I'm
like that
doing
before you was like, I gotta get this, I gotta find this person's sock, I gotta make dinner, make breakfast, I gotta and
yeah.
you had counseling or
You
therapy.
know,
You got a lot of stuff.
as soon as I wake up, it's mommy. I can't find this. I need this. I do this, and I'm like, listen, I just opened my eyes up. I just opened my eyes, but some days I'm prepared for it, and I'm like, all right, let's go, let's do this. And some days I'm just like,
Yeah,
oh
that's
my.
not it. I find it really interesting that we decided to do this because I was just looking at it as we both share the common factor of having a husband, but I wasn't really like focused on the idea that you doing this as a parent and I'm not a parent yet. It's kind of like it's gonna be the dynamic is completely different because when you wake up, you have all that you just said. But when I wake up, it's kind of like wake up when I wanna. You know what I'm
I
saying?
wanna,
If
wanna,
someone
wanna.
wake up for me, you know what I'm saying?
But you thought that for real camera.
It's so crazy because it's like, I'm not gonna lie. I think I want to piggyback off of the question I've asked you and try to make it short because I think it's important. It's an important question to see the dynamic of the two. But like I don't like. Did you finish your thought first before I jump in?
Yes, I'm cool. Yes.
Okay, so in mind, I've been on this spiritual tip as well. My sister, she's a Christian, and I practice Islam. So that's more of how I go about it. I have to take my shahada again actually, but that's another thing for another time. But so basically when I wake up in the morning, I don't feel like I have a routine set like my sister does because I think what makes her have a routine is that she's set with time frames of everyone else. Like her for her to have her woosah time for herself to where she can pray, to where she can watch these things or read these books or anything like that because it's hold her other schedule and other priorities with the family makes her have this schedule in this time frame. Because I'm more open in time, I don't have a schedule. Like when I wake up, if I want to read my books, I'm gonna read my books, which now has been more my Islamic books and the Quran and everything like that. And even the regular book that I'm reading is about Islam. So it's not like I'm even reading a regular book. Everything I'm reading is like Islamically based. And then I work on my podcast. I don't edit at this point. I want to be as authentic as possible. So it's like whatever comes to mind, I want to talk about it. I start writing my notes or whatever. I eat, I'm chilling. Like whatever comes up, like if I gotta do an orientation for a job or do something for work, whatever, I'm doing that. I am trying to get things together with YouTube or whatever, but sometimes I go through the rabbit hole of only a minute I'm gonna be on here, and then you're there for 3 hours, and it's like, oh shit, like where did the day go? Like I was just trying to fix something, but I seen this video that led me to this video, that led me to this video. But you know what? It's funny because I can do that and don't feel guilty about it, compared to how you might if you ever got hooked on something and it's like, oh God, I was supposed to cook dinner for the kids. Da, 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 da. I don't have those obligations or time constrictions where it's just like, you know what I'm saying? My day is a little different on a daily basis, depending on what I got to do. But most of the time, I can work around a 24-hour schedule. It depends on how I want to do it, and that's the flexibility of what I got. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's really important. But I'm gonna stop there and let you ask me your question.
Okay. But before I ask you the question, I do want to reiterate that that's where the similarities come when it comes down to us being wives, because apparently, even though I'm married, my husband, I don't see him until later on that evening. And even if he's home, I'm still busy doing what it is that I need to do for mine, because sometimes my downtime, like everybody's downtime, is 7, 8, 9, 6, 5, 8 after work. You understand what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So that's when I'm able to reach out to some of my team and things like that, because they also have their lives too. So
Mhm.
when my husband come home, I'm still on the phone, getting this together and doing that.
And that's another thing I didn't mention because I didn't want to spend too much time on that question. But of course, I think it's self-explanatory to say that I wait for my husband to call. I wait for that 30 minutes, and everyone's not blessed with the time frame because I know different places, different states, different counties, things are different. Some people might have the video chat, video visit, phone call type of situation. Some people may not get that. Some people might only have the face-to-face visit. Some people just might have the call. I don't know everybody's circumstances. I've just been blessed enough, and I'm grateful to say that I get 3 to 4 calls a day. It might be one in the morning if he doesn't go to work, but most of them would be in the evening or early afternoon. And I wait, I speak to him, whatever. I'm not saying I'm sitting here twiddling my fingers until he calls. I'm doing things, but when he calls, I try to have everything stop because it can resume once he hangs up because he's not like he can call back. And I'm not saying he can't call back, but like it's not like a regular person. I could be like, yo, like yeah, call me back, or you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yes. Yes. But I think that again, and I think that's what makes us the similarity, because not for nothing, but if I don't speak to my husband on the phone, I barely would be able to speak to him. He
Mm-hmm.
has a shift, so by the time he comes home, I'm into this, and when we do have a minute, it's so quick, and then he has to go to sleep because he has a time, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
So
it's
yeah, yeah.
him being there but not being there, and that's the similarities to us
I
as
get that.
being
Yeah.
wives. And even though my husband is here, I still don't get to see him as much as I would like to. And your husband is
Mhm.
here, yet yeah, get to communicate on the phone and
More
things
than
like
wow.
that.
Wow. That is crazy. I
Because
think you answered one of my questions. I'm happy with that one. Wow. That is deep, sis. I didn't
you do
That's
have
deep.
similarities
Mind
to
you
it.
guys, we did not practice these questions. All we did was tell each other about the questions we was gonna ask. That's deep, and that hit me differently than when you just was like that wasn't even your question. That statement it speaks volumes because you're right. You have the husband there, but it's like you guys seems more far apart than me and mine's, even though he is physically far apart. But we speak all the time that we have that connection.
I
Wow,
connect,
God, that
but
don't hit y'all. What does? That's deep, yo.
because my husband is here, it's like, we do our phone calls. It's not like we don't speak to each other, but it's like, uh hey, I'm going to speak to you 4 or 5 times. No, we'll make sure we speak to each other in the morning or
It's
afternoon.
about like
And
bills, kids, and stuff like
right,
that.
it's not. It's a different
Vibe.
conversation or call. Right, right. So
Yeah.
it's the same similarities, but being different. So yeah.
I get
Okay,
that. I get
let me get into my question that I have for you. And that is, what was your goal for your marriage when you were engaged? And this was before you became a wife. It's like, did you have a goal in this, in your marriage, for you to be a prison wife?
Yes, I had a
Wait,
goal. I think
answer that question.
okay.
If you heard our podcast 1 and 2, you would know what I'm talking about and where those questions come from. So please go back to our podcast and listen to 1 and 2 so that you will
And
understand this
three and
question.
four came out. 3 and 4.
3 and 4. Oh, okay. Okay. Now, shoot.
Thank you, sis. I appreciate it. But so I did have a goal coming into this marriage, and like I explained, I'm gonna reiterate some things that people might not have heard, but like, we went through a trying time in my marriage. So to say it all in a nutshell, I had a goal. My goal was to be the best wife I can be. But at the same time, I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what that meant.
Mm,
So it's not like we, as women or men, we know how to be those characters. I don't want to say characters because it's like you're playing a part, but it's like we didn't know how to become or evolve into those individuals of a husband and a wife. You get what I'm
you said it.
saying?
Ah,
Okay. Okay.
right. There
So
you go.
making sure, check me if I'm wrong. But like,
Got it.
if you don't come from a background where you see people in your close knit family that's living a husband and wife, or an image of what you think that is, that's a positive image for you, you don't know what to follow. One of the questions I asked my husband was, who taught you how to be a husband? You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because he was like, Bill Cosby. And I'm like, Bill Cosby? You know, the nigga that's giving pills, knocking bitches out with the pill, like, you know what I'm
Wait, you know what's
saying?
funny is I asked my husband the same question, and he said nobody.
See, and that's important for us to ask these questions, and that's the thing that I push for my podcast. I don't like to have fluff talk, and I'm gonna get back. I'm around this back onto the question, but my thing is, I don't like to have fluff talk with my husband. I don't do that. Like, I feel like we have fluff talk, and what I mean by that, those of you that don't understand what that is like, hey, how's your day? I'm fine. What you doing? Nothing. What you did yesterday? Like, that's wasting my phone call. Okay, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? We can do that when you come home and have a bunch of that. But my thing is, what are you not telling me? What is bothering you? What like who, like it's like if you was a kid, who did it? Who did it? I'm gonna get him. Who did
Look,
it? Exactly. So that's my thing. So I gotta use every minute, every call that we have to engage him in a way where he feels love, he feels appreciated. He puts that same energy into me to where I feel appreciated and love. Like, just today, I told him, thank you for saying I do. I told him that today. Thank you for saying I do, because you didn't have to. You wasn't forced. You chose me and I chose you. So thank you for that. And he said, yo, thank you for being the best wife I had ever. And he never been married before, but he likes to make me sound special. I mean, you ain't never been married before. What you mean ever? Like, you had three. It was just me. But it's just the way he says it that makes it feel like, you know what I'm saying? But to round it back on, because I don't know how long Skype is, so I don't want to OD, because I didn't read the instructions. But to round it back over to your question, I had a goal to be the best wife I can be, and what that entails was for me to be faithful, loyal, and focus on us. I did not do that in the beginning. I cheated. It was infidelity on my end, and I didn't. I wasn't playing my role because I had to figure out what that role was. Now that we had a break, a 2-year break, we got back together. We're more happier. We're healthy. We appreciate each other. We have learned that he ain't no ugly dude and he can get a bitch in prison, and I have learned, oh, well, not I have learned, he have learned that I ain't ugly and I can get a dude out here. And now that we have seen those sides of each other, because I ain't gonna front, I probably slept on him. Like, yo, he in prison, he ain't about to. I was a fluke, okay? I was a fluke. He ain't gonna find nobody else, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he had showed me. He had 3 options when I left, okay? So that makes me elevate and stay on my game to where that's never going to happen again. I'm on top of my stuff. You get what I'm saying? And I have the confidence to make him want me even more because I know what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? And vice versa. He was able to have certain conversations with people in my life and also see certain things that was like, wait, I didn't think my wife could do that. Well, now that he see that, he's on top of his shit and he ain't going to fuck up either. So once we keep that energy and keep us like I told him too today. I was like, yo, yesterday I was good to you. Today I'm better, and tomorrow I'm gonna be even better than today. That's my motivation, and that's what keeps me going. You get what I'm saying? So this is where it comes from. But yes, that was my goal. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. Next question.
I get so excited just talking about it because it's so deep, like this, like I just hope that people like the way I feel. I just only hope that like one thing that we say like that we say in the Quran. You're supposed to want for your neighbor what you want for yourself. That's one of the things, and I don't know if they share that in the Christian faith, but what you want for your neighbors, what you want for yourself. And I want everybody in this prison wife relationship, as well as you and women that share your lifestyle, to experience the type of love that I feel in my heart. Honestly, like I want y'all to feel that, because if even if y'all can beat how I feel, y'all, there's people with stronger love who's been with their husbands before you went to prison. I met mine there. So it's just like I hope that we all can share this joy, this passion that I have in my heart, and just we already got enough to deal with. You get what I'm saying?
Passion. You are going to go very far. And that passion, you see, SWS, that's a perfect set. Let's
No.
go. And as long as you continue to have that passion in your heart, you will succeed, sis. You will succeed because that love is what's driving you to do this.
Yeah.
Is what's
Yeah.
driving you to do this. But the main thing, and this is something that I want to say because you are new, but and it's going to be a time where your husband is going to come home. Do not stop doing this because there are people that want and need this platform right here. And it
Hmm.
doesn't stop when he comes home. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, it's gonna get freaking better, and it's gonna elevate because
Yeah.
now, well, he's going to want to do more for the community because he's been on that side, and
Hmm.
he's able to give ear to what it is and how it is coming out in your, coming outside in your Muslim community. So it's
Yeah.
it's it's different. It's gonna hit different. And as long as you guys keep that love,
Hmm.
that is what's gonna make it successful. Okay?
Thank you
So
so much. And I just wanted to pay homage because I knew how long you and your husband been together, but it's different like doing this in a professional realm where it's like, yo, I
it's
gotta pay homage. Like you've been doing this forever. And how dare I say I didn't have the example? But we met when I was like a teenager. So it's like you've been there, but it's like you wasn't in my household. We lived separately. So it's
yeah,
like I'm paying homage.
separately.
You know what I'm saying? Like you've been doing this for a minute, so I got you. I got you. Is it my question? Is my goal to ask you?
Actually, yes, it's your go.
Okay. Okay. So, how do you view a prison relationship?
As a normal one.
That's it. Because
Right?
some they look
Relationship.
right. So that's actually a two-part
The,
question.
the, thing, the thing is, okay, let me break it down. Let me break it down. Okay. Because when you say that, it's like you can say that in two ways because for one, your relationship is different from out of 100%, I would say 85%.
Mm-hmm.
It's only about maybe 15% of people that actually met in prison and maybe about 5% that got married, maybe about 2% that's still married. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the situation is different. Nigga, I didn't know you out here, okay? I didn't know you in these streets, nigga.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the situation is a lot different. So, from both perspectives, a human is a human.
Yeah.
A human being is a human being, and everyone needs somebody to love. And regardless of where you're at, if you find love, then you find love. I just feel like that it's a lot tougher. Again, I have never been with someone who,
That's
uh,
a question. Don't you dare. That's a question. Don't you dare.
well, let me answer the questions at once. Okay, I was seeing someone. I'm gonna answer two questions in one. Okay,
Okay.
answer the question. Answer the question.
Okay, well, I'm not there yet. So I asked you, how do you view prison relationship? You said just like a normal one. So the part two of that question is, do you feel like your relationship that you have now with your husband is superior or inferior to a prison relationship?
Inferior.
So you think your relationship is less than a prison relationship or more than? Why?
I would say because you don't give a person a chance to miss them. A lot of people, and this is just my perspective, a lot of wives may feel different. Um, and everybody's situation is different too, which is probably why maybe I'm saying what I'm saying. But I like to miss I like to miss someone. And uh, sometimes being a husband and wife, as well as a mother and father, can intertwine and intertwine throughout the years. I've been with my husband for 17 years. So that passion that you had and that you can speak of, I can say that I have it, but not today. I get glimpses of it, you get glimpses of it,
So, but you
but
said he's away a lot, so you don't feel it when he's away for so like you said, you feel like he's mostly gone, so you don't feel that?
I speak to him, and then when I come home, it's like he's here, and it's just like I know he's here, but I'm so used to him just like being here. It's no, oh my God, like when you
Miss
first meet them, and they're here, you're like, oh my God, he's here. Come here, baby. Like, ah.
yeah,
17 years, nigga, he in the building. Move over. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. No,
you guys haven't, in your situation, you guys haven't experienced that. So everything is like, one.
but dang, yo, cut me some slack. It's been 7 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't no 2 year situation. I got 7.
Right, but so for 7 years, y'all like that because y'all have, the repetitive
Into everything.
sleeping, with each other, waking up with each other, going to bed with each other, waking up with each other. Sometimes that queen size bed, you need a king, motherfucker. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm like, no, we need to upgrade to a king because I'm at the space. I want my God. I need my space, nigga. Look, I need my space. You know what I mean? It's not that I love you less, honey, but
Oh my gosh.
it's a difference when you're a distance away, and having a prison relationship than you are when you are together. It's like I don't miss him when he going. I'm happy he going, and then when he come back,
You like,
I said,
come
no,
back?
no, no. Let me not say it like that. I don't want to sound like a horrible wife. I'm not a horrible wife. I do miss him. I
That's
miss him all the time. I kiss him and I pray first and foremost. I pray before he leaves. Okay, and I give him a kiss because I never know if it might be my last day or his.
okay.
And I want to make sure that I gave him a kiss before he
Mhm.
leaves. Kiss him when he returns. Okay. Um, and it's not to say that I don't I miss him. I do. I miss him so much. However, again, after being a mom and a dad, and then it's like sometimes the husband and wife fades out, and then that's when the problems
Guys
come. And then,
become 2 individuals.
right, right.
What I feel that you guys, and I'm not doubting that you don't love your husband or anything like that, and I hope that's not what the audience or the my sisters in this is
No,
getting. But it's just the fact that it seems like you guys need to spice it up a little bit more because like we have no choice but to spice it up because we have nothing else. You guys
boom.
have
There
work.
you
You guys have so much titles and things within each other that you guys got to find each other in the mix of the crowd of things that you guys do on a daily. And
and
I
we
think you guys lost
and we
each other and you guys gotta kind of y'all kind of do this little static thing. You know, if you touch a sheet after been dried, it's like that static shock. Y'all kind of get the little glimpse, but it ain't consistent.
But see, the thing is that when you're doing so much and you're taking care of everything, and then it's like you go to work, you 5 times a week, and then now our daughter, she's into basketball, so our Saturdays he's with her or I'm with her, so Saturday's gone.
Mhm.
Okay, now we definitely don't get to see each other on Saturdays anymore because we're out all day ripping and running with Anna, and that's our daughter. And it's either or because we have a son, so somebody has to stay with him, you know. And
You guys make it a family thing where y'all just bring everyone to the same place?
to the basketball, yeah, but it's her practice, so to have the whole family at practice, and then on some of the gyms don't even allow parents in there, so we're just sitting in the car.
Because of
Like,
COVID?
myself, yeah. So I'll sit
Mhm.
in the car by myself, but because she has three different places, all at distance places, so we have to drive her. So Saturdays we're pretty much a chauffeur, So now that's time away from us, but we do plan things. We just actually went to the Poconos, which was
Oh,
really nice. Yes, it was really nice. I actually surprised him to the Poconos, and I got a whole with a swimming pool inside. I had a sauna.
you didn't even tell me though. Like, you see how you do me? You don't even give me this weekend. I can tell you ain't fucking pick up.
Oh, well, actually, this weekend, actually this weekend we had we bought some massage, a couple massage. So we're gonna go and do that Sunday. So
Awesome.
we do things. Like, we do things, but it's like you gotta find the time. It's fine. Yeah, you
You know
know.
what? I'm glad you showed that side of you. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like we get to see your side of things. Like I said, the good, bad, and the ugly. It's great. It's beautiful. You had that spark in the beginning. It dies out. Like that's real. You can't get no realer than that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
I'm glad that people were able to see that side because it's like, wait, hold up. I am a good wife. I do this. No one's doubting that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that's the reality of a relationship for 17 years. And 17 years, you be lucky if you see box braids, a t-shirt, titties be down to my knees. I don't care after that. Like right now, I'm still trying to keep it up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's seven. That's seven. Who got 15 on it? Who got 15 on it?
But
Yeah.
I think the main key in this is to not lose focus of the reason why you guys are together,
Mhm.
and sometimes you have to go back to that first time, even even if you're not there, think about it. Think about those first moments, because sometimes life do takes a toll, and it's not that you love your husband any less, but oh, I don't got time. I gotta wake up in the morning. I got these kids. You gotta go to work. Like, look,
That's a fact.
it's not even the fact that you don't want to, is that you don't have a choice. You can't.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Look, and not for nothing, we booked this the massage like 3 weeks ago, and every Sunday we end up having to do something else. So we've
That's
been pushing
pushing it back, pushing it back.
pushing it back, pushing it back. So it's
Yeah.
like it's not that we don't want to. It's just sometimes life just happens, and that's what it is. But it's the key point is to remain.
Itching today.
Uh,
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not digging up my nose, but this thing keep itching, and I can't keep doing it subtle. I have to get in this real quick. Like,
just
oh,
pat it,
I'm over here on my
pat,
bed. It's just kind of
pat
yeah,
your
yeah. That's working.
no.
I'm over here on my
Yeah.
bed, and I'm trying not to moon everybody because I just got my shirt and my underwear on. So it's like I'm trying not to. Yeah, I keep moving my leg and keep going to sleep. I'm getting old, like you know what I'm saying. So it's like I can't keep sitting for hours like I was a teenager. But go ahead, back issues. Like go ahead. Woo!
My neck, my back,
Uh,
my neck, and my back.
You're so stupid. All right, so it's your turn with the question. So ask me.
Okay, okay. And I honestly feel like we have a lot of content on here, so we can definitely hold this for maybe I would say Thursday. Which I know,
Okay, so we'll ask which one? One more questions after this one more set of questions, and then we'll have a part two.
yeah, we can have a part two because it's like it's so much, and
It's a
we go
lot. Like I didn't think the questions we had would have so much detail or inspire us to say more about it. Because when we talked about it, it was kind of like, oh yeah, that's easy, that's cool. But when people are listening and actually trying to get something out of it, you want to be as detailed and clear as possible. So
right.
I agree with you on that. So after this question, we'll ask one more each, and then we'll close out because we're already 54 minutes in. And I don't know how Skype work as far as how long they'll give us. I just don't want to go over an hour and a half because that's what Podbean does, and that's all I know at this point. So I try not to go over that. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
and
I got to
you don't want
research.
to interest neither. So, we definitely want you guys to keep coming back. Keep coming to the podcast. So we don't want to bore you out. Okay. Listen to her
Not
voice.
my
Yeah.
ladies. We are invested in this because this is our life. This is
Yeah.
life.
Okay. Make sure that you guys just get everything. And if we gotta chop it up, we gotta chop it up. Let's chop it
Yeah,
up.
and I think we're good because even when we asked that one more question, I still got about like four, like four
Okay.
left after that, I think. So
Okay. So let's make these short. Let's make these short. Okay. What was the happiest moment with your husband?
the happiest moment is when we got married because it felt real to me. It felt like I belonged to someone and someone belonged to me because I kind of felt like growing up. It was like I had to fight for attention in a way because obviously I'm the youngest on my mom's side and the second youngest on my dad's side, which that's where you come in at. um and I felt
Yes.
like it was either one side who didn't know I existed at a certain point, and there was another side that was into everything else, minus my sister Vaughn, the rest in peace. Everyone else kind of was doing their own thing,
I'm,
where it
wait,
was like,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but I do want to tell you we always know about you. Always.
yeah, well, I didn't know about you, so therefore it was like you were there, but you
We're not
weren't.
yeah, but we always know about you, although you didn't know about us. So I don't want you to feel as if you was non-existent, as what
No,
I'm
I'm just giving off my perspective at that time. My perspective was I didn't know you guys and I didn't know what you knew. So in that perspective, you guys were like
saying.
I didn't have a face to the name if I even knew your names. I don't even know if I knew your names before I met you. So it was that
Okay.
long. And then like I said with my mom's side of things, it was like my brothers were into like hustling and stuff like that, or my brother already had kids, so he was dealing with that. And then it was like Vonda, which was my late sister, who like was taking care of me like her kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I was her kid before she had kids. And then, so when I got married, it was like finally someone was here on this earth for me. And like I said on my podcast before, um, what I was gonna say, sorry, I don't want to lose my train of thought. I felt Allah brought my husband to me because I was Christian. I was practicing, let me just say this. I was practicing the Christian faith. I wouldn't necessarily say I was Christian, but I was practicing the Christian faith. And when I lost my sister at the time, I felt like the church wasn't there for me. You know what I'm saying? And they knew I lost my sister, but the church I went to at that time, the pastor and his wife was on the verge of losing their daughter to a stroke. It was, and it's something I have to say. I have to say this. She had beautiful hair and everything, and she started to lose her hair due to like some stroke or something she had that took out her hair, and everybody was so focused on that situation. So as I was going every Sunday, looking for feedback on what happened to their daughter, and also needing the healing of what happened to my sister, their daughter was surviving and my sister was gone. So it made me start questioning God, where it was like, why did you let their daughter make it and my sister had to go? You know what I'm saying? So I had to leave the church because
Wow.
I started to become envious because it was like I no longer was there for the right reasons. I was no longer there to get some healing from God. I was more going there angry. I was going there disappointed because not that I wanted their daughter to die. I just want to be like, I'm not alone. So it's either that you're gonna save both or she gotta go. That was my energy. So I stopped going to church. So when I stopped going to church, I was looking for another faith. And then it was my neighbor, he was a Moor. He was Moorish American. I don't know if you guys heard of that, but they're more like they believe in Allah, but more of the nationality of who you are as black people, where we come from, your root. Like they believe in the sayings and the doings of Noble Drew Ali. And that was something I was interested in. And funny how God works. But I ended up joining I don't want to say cult because it's not a cult, but I ended up joining their organization. Let's just say that. And I ended up going to an event with them. And I happened to see this lady, and she was the beautifulest thing to me. And I can't recall if she was fully covered or she just had a regular hijab on where you could see her face. But she was the most beautifulest woman I've seen in the environment I was in. And at that moment, and she was dressed up as a Muslim. And at that moment, I was like, I want to do that. Like, I want to be that. She looks so beautiful to me. And like literally like a month or two after that, I met my husband. He was Muslim already. So I was like, that's God. That's God showing me something. So going through all of that made me appreciate my husband. And that's why I say marrying him was the biggest gift, the biggest everything for me, because I finally found my soulmate, to the person that completes me and makes me feel a lot better than we made each other feel in the beginning. So I hope I ain't go too
Wow.
far, but I just needed to give y'all that backstory. And I never told you that. I never told you
Wow.
that.
Wow, no, you did not. So thank you so much for sharing. Like I said, guys, if you may not know that she has, because she's doing this podcast, she's opened up a lot, and there's some things that even I, as her sister, and yes, we met. I was about maybe 13, 14, I believe, no more than 15 when we met,
Mm-hmm.
but I've been in her life ever since, and I'm now 39. So our relationship has grown a lot stronger, but there's a lot of things that we haven't spoke about even now,
Yeah.
so with this podcast, it's also not only helping her find her voice, but and giving information to you guys, but also information to her family. And I just want to thank you for that. But
Right. Thank
but I
you.
want to leave you. I do want to leave you with this as the next question, because exactly what you said, it really dive right into the next question, and that was, how do you describe yourself spiritually, your spiritual life as a wife? And so I want you to, I want to leave you guys with that question, and I want to get into that question on our next podcast, so that way we can kind of piggyback off of what Raven was saying about her spiritual side, and how all that brung her to
Islam.
um, to Islam. Thank you so much, to Islam, and where she's at now.
Mhm.
So
So do
that
you answer that question? Let that be a cliffhanger.
answer the question, because the thing is that honestly, you left me with like a kind of breathtaking, and then that question uh kind of leaves me wanting more, you know.
Okay. And it's funny you say that, because remember my book I sent you? I
Mhm.
revamped. We'll talk about it after this real quick. I know you got to wrap it up, but like, yeah, yeah. Anyway, spiritually, where I am,
And
I I say I'm a struggling Muslim, and the reason why I consider myself as that is because I'm not perfect. I still have my flaws about me. I feel like it's a lot easier to be Christian and be wrong than to be Muslim and be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't really point out a Christian in a crowd, but you can point out a Muslim woman in a hijab in a crowd. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like in that religion you're looked at more than any other religion to be good, you know what I'm saying? Like me, I still like to drink. You know what I'm saying? I haven't drunk in like a couple weeks. I've been broke, but but it's Friday.
honestly, that's really a good topic, because being a woman of Christianity, it's like it's like there is different aspects of that too, when it comes down to that. So that will be that's another good ass
Oh, please
podcast.
write that down. I don't got a pen near me. Write that down, because like I said, I know Christians supposed to wear veils, but it's not mandatory, or people don't make it mandatory like the Islamic faith. So it's like I said, I'm not perfect. I still crave a alcoholic drink. I haven't, so I'm happy about that. But if I was to wear my Islamic gear, and I don't want to say gear, but like my Islamic attire, and I was to order a drink, there will be someone in there looking at me like, she's a Muslim and she's drinking that. Udu Billah. You know what I'm saying? That I don't. You get
I,
criticized. You know what
I
I'm
would
saying?
say I would say that, but hanging with Muslims, they drink all the time. I'm just gonna tell you this: they have the bombest Muslim parties, but it
They not
depends.
to though, and because we're not supposed to, they did wherever you went. It was indoors, was it not?
Yes.
That's the thing. They would never do that outside because the
Okay,
judge come
I'm
along with
sorry.
that.
I'm sorry. I'm mixing it with an African. I'm so sorry. So sorry. So anyway,
Okay,
move
so that wasn't an Islamic person. That was an African.
on. African. My bad.
You about to get people crucified. Let me say.
Look,
Fire.
look, see their eyes right now. Don't kill me, y'all. Don't kill me, all right? Don't kill me, goddamn. I was
No, but
African.
what I'm saying is like,
That-
and that's one thing it's a love and hate thing because I love that part of the faith that is so strict and it keeps you on your game, but it's also so strict that you can't even step out.
Right.
Just like human, you'll be criticized quick, and it's like that's why I say I gotta take my shahada again because it's been a minute since I've been practicing like I'm supposed to, but I'm slowly getting into it, and that's where I am as a Muslim wife. I feel like if I keep doing what I'm doing, it makes me more in tune to what I need to do as a wife, in turn better him as a husband, and not just any husband, an Islamic husband, and we'll grow in that Islamic faith or just spiritually altogether because I with what I say helps him to face the day. You know what I'm saying? So like, and that's another thing I want to push is like what we say to our husbands can make or break them. They're already being looked at with the side eye, looked at like they stealing, they cheating. We accuse them. We belittle them with our words and everything like that.
That's just the life of a black man. Go ahead.
Exactly. And it's like he already got a face being accused of looking like another black man on the wrong day. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to beat mine down. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to make him feel like the world makes him feel. I'm supposed to be a place of peace. I'm supposed to be his calm. You know what I'm saying? So why would I want to add to the hell?
Exactly. And ladies, and sometimes maybe this might help someone too, because see the difference is that everybody relationship isn't happy go lucky and bubbly and everything else. Marriage is hard. Marriage is
Mm-hmm.
really fucking hard.
Hard.
Okay? Fucking hard. Okay. I hope y'all heard that. Hard. Just niggas in the back. Look,
Breath on
look,
it.
for the people on the back. Here's the hot breath. Hard. Okay. Um, and sometimes see, I done lost my train of thought just by saying that. Um, but sometimes if I done lost my train of thought. Marriage is hard. We're gonna leave it like that.
No, did you forget?
I did. I did.
It's gonna come back.
Yeah. No, listen, no, no. I'm gonna get it back. That's what I'm gonna keep saying what I'm saying, and I'm gonna say that marriage is hard like 28 times, but so in order, because everyone is not in that bubbly phase and that, hey, oh my god, I love him, oh, he loves me, sometimes you may be at the phase to where it's like, yo, I just don't want to be with him anymore. We're married, what am I supposed to do? The things of that nature. um to me, I can say this, I have been through that. Okay. And even to this day, I am studying and I'm reading the Bible. And the reason why I'm doing that, and that's because it says that a wife is supposed to pray for her husband. And that's
Mhm.
all nationality. That's what all nationalities, all
Mhm.
religions, okay? We are supposed to pray over our husbands and make them, and just whatever it is that's going on with them that we may see is wrong, we pray for them and we pray for them. So if you're not in that bubbly phase and this is giving you flashbacks and you're like, oh my god, I wish I had that, I wish I had this, understand this is that one, every relationship is different. Two, we are here to be our husband's backbones, and if that's not where we at, pray for him and pray for you. Okay.
Mhm.
And that's with
Mhm.
all religion, and that's something that I did look up. So
That's awesome. I want to leave you with a question because I think let me just count the questions I have left for next time. So give me 1 second. One, two,
I have like 5 more for that ass.
three. Um. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this last one because
Oh,
I
okay,
think
wait.
you. Go ahead.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I'm so sorry. Before you ask me that next question, I wanted to say this about the Christianity, and I really want to touch bases on that because once you start to get into the reading of the word, there are things that your mind then becomes open and aware to. So it's one thing that you said that really stood out to me in that sense. If you're a Muslim woman, you can't tell the difference of a Christianity and the different, and you'll know a woman of that is absolutely right. However, as a Christian, when you start to get into the word, there's sometimes the things that you do, it's wrong. It's wrong. It's like it feels like it's like God is your father
Hmm.
getting in trouble by, do you
Yeah,
remember when you used to get in
you're
trouble?
talking more on the internal. Like, I know I'm doing something wrong because my father, your God, will make you feel some type of way, or in your conscience or whatever within you will make you feel I need to change this. I'm talking about just in a visual, just a visual. We always in a crowd,
Look,
you know, you'll just see the Muslims. You don't know you from a person who's not Christian. You get what I'm saying? It's just, yeah, how you carry yourself, but on a visual tip, we not saying you guys are not supposed to have a veil, because I know that's in the Bible. You got women are supposed to be veiled up, but I don't see it as being mandatory like it is in the Muslim faith.
sorry.
So
Only
it's
the
like I
churches.
pointed out more than you for my wrong actions. But yeah, if you was to drink, which I'm sure you're not supposed to either, it's fine because no one knows who you are. Right? So that's the thing that's a little annoying sometimes.
Yeah,
Definitely. Well, like
yeah.
I said, I'm still a work in progress. I'm still trying to do what I gotta do to make me a better woman, wife, and an Islamic woman and wife, to be able to uplift him. But it's a process, and even my cursing, I still curse. I'm still relatable in that way, and I'm trying to curve that. But it's all a process.
Listen, it's all up again, just like you said, it is a process. And to me, when we look at this recording or listen to this recording and we look at this video and we see ourselves where we're at, it's like you might look at yourself and be like, wow, I remember I had braids, and you can be a year from now you can be fully dressed. Hello, so it's like everything has a starting point, and go on at your time and your pace. Don't
Mhm.
no one. And I try to tell all my brothers and sisters, if you whatever it is that you want to do in your faith, don't do it for someone, do it for yourself, because
Mhm.
that's when you'll get it right. If you do it for
Yeah.
somebody, it's not going to be right because you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Thing I did in the beginning when I transitioned to being Muslim, I wanted to do it, but my husband was the motivational force for that. And now I'm doing it for me, to where whether he's in the picture or not, I still want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Before, if he wasn't in, I'm not praying, man. We just had an argument. I ain't praying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like I want to do it because of me. So that's so true. That's so
And
true.
that I think that's the difference. I've read the Bible. I've tried to read the Bible many, many, many times, and this time it's just different. I just kept saying to myself for like 3 months, I want to read the Bible. I want to read the Bible. I want to read the Bible. To where something was put in front of me, to where it's like, oh snap, now you can read the Bible.
Let's get that. Yeah, yeah. Same
Um,
with the Quran. Like I said, I've been books like Harry Potter size and bigger. I'm intimidated by. You know what I'm saying? So I've been like trying to read little parts. I even downloaded apps to make it easier. I never got to it. I'm busting out pages mad quick when it comes to the Quran. Like, I'm getting through it with no problem because my mind is there. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that way. So it's a
exactly.
lot easier to attain.
Right, right. You're not on it because you're like, oh snap. We gotta read this because he gonna ask me a question, or he gonna do this. It's not about the
Yeah,
focus
yeah.
itself, and
And that's
that's what it is.
too, and not to cut you off, but that's another thing too that helps with, like, I think I don't want to answer one of your questions you had about spicing it up, so I'm not gonna. That was one of your questions, so I'm not gonna go there. I'm just gonna say this one thing, and you gotta. I don't want to go there. Let me not say, because it's kind of like answering your question without you asking me. So I'm just gonna intermission on that one. Let me jump into your question I have for you, and then obviously the next part two will answer that and go into that. So I'm not gonna forget. Once you ask me that question, I'm gonna be like, oh, that's what I was gonna say. This is my favorite question that I've ever wrote specifically for you. But what is one thing you do not have in your marriage that you wish you can give? Hold on, sorry, said it wrong. What is one thing that you do not have in your marriage you wish I can give you from mine? There you go. I think you already said it, but I'm gonna let you think. You said it's explaining another question. I was like,
You know, the thing is that I can actually come at it from two angles. Because for one, I'm learning today to and I believe I told you, but I'm learning you got to put sometimes you got to put your personal feelings aside, and you got to live and walk in a certain light. And when I hear that question, I'm listening. I think about it. Um, I can say nothing because that's your relationship, and what me and my husband have is ours.
that's sweet and cute, but that's not the
Wait,
question.
wait.
That was good though.
Because again, it's like because when you do that, it's like to me, I feel like it opens room for you to for someone to say, and not you, not you, I'm not saying you, in
Yeah,
particularly, but for someone to say, "Oh, bitch, you jealous of what I have," or this, that, not
I got
you again,
you. No, no, I got you.
again.
I got you. I can
So when
add, if it makes you feel comfortable, I can
no,
answer
no, I'm
that.
comfortable with the question. I'm
Okay,
comfortable, totally comfortable with the question. I'm just coming at it from two different angles.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
Because of who I am and how I'm, and how I'm building myself. It's like I don't.
I think I know how you saying it. You want to be very clear that it opens the door for insecurity when you answer that question.
Right, or it could, right,
Mhm.
but not. And that's why I said, our relationship is our relationship. So, and what you guys have, that's what you guys have. No matter what. It's not like I can get it anyway. So
You so stupid, yo. I swear.
so but to answer you, if it was something, I would say communication.
thought
I would
that's
say
what it was gonna be. I thought
communication.
that was gonna be anyway.
Yeah, I would
Honestly,
say
you me.
that
I'll say the physical touch. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that physical every day hot in my breath. I mean, your breath hot in my face type of situation.
I know that's your number one answer.
You know what I'm saying? Because who can't get angry when you getting some? Like whatever angriness you have in your heart, if he's next to you and he got that morning wood, like you're gonna be like, let me get some of that. No, don't kill our fantasies over here.
I need to pop that motherfucker bubble. You look at that dick and be like, don't deserve to go in this pussy. Fuck you, nigga. Okay?
You are so stupid, yo. I am so done with you. You so stupid. Well, shit. Well, you answered that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You killed my stuff, but it's not that. I mess with it. I mess with it. But I really don't
No,
know.
but no, for that, and that's why I had to put it in those two aspects, because you got to understand that when you're listening, when you got viewers listening, you know, people could take things or not even people can take things, but when you're listening to somebody, it's like you got to make it very clear on how you want to come at things, because some people, it's like, listen, for someone's relationship, your relationship is your relationship, and this is just speaking, to the public. That's your relationship, and you cherish that, and don't ever be jealous or intimidated about somebody else's, because at the end of the day, you don't know what someone is going through, and that's why we're here. This is exactly why we're here. That's why my
Yeah.
sister is pushing this pushing past
Yeah.
pushing
Yeah.
because people don't know what this relationship is about and how it is and how hard this struggle is, how it's hard to even be a wife of someone that's in prison, let alone a girlfriend, let alone
Yeah.
a father, let alone, you understand what I'm saying? And this is why we're doing this. So I just wanted to thank you, Raven, so much for allowing me to be here. You are so fucking dope. You're so awesome. I can guarantee you in a year, we're gonna have we're gonna have 3,000 followers, bitches.
We gotta put it in existence. But I wanted to mention something, piggyback off of what you said about people don't know about this lifestyle, because I feel like what they put on Oxygen and Lifetime, and they got these little 90-Day Fiance or Love After Lockdown and all this stuff. I don't know. I think I said the wrong show with the 90-Day Fiance. I think that's about prison. I think they do have some people every now and then. But the point is that I think I'm basically talking about Love After Lockdown and something like that. Like, they don't represent us the way I feel like is reality. They show like, oh yeah, we're waiting for phone calls. They show, that we're going on visits, and it's like, sometimes it could be degrading or just annoying of the process. But they don't show so much of the good times where it's like you're with that person you've been waiting to see, and you went through 3 hours of traveling, a whole waiting process. You finally got to see them. You got sniffed by some dogs. You've been held up for the count and all types of shit to just get to that moment of, hey babe, I
Hey, man.
miss you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole different feel. And I don't think they represent us well, but you know what? One problem at a time, because, we gotta
Right.
spread the word. We gotta spread the word. I just don't think they
Word,
put a
man.
good job with that.
That's right. We got to make them. We got to spread the word and make them awareness of this. So before I leave, I do want to say, guys, that you can definitely find me on Facebook. Look, because I didn't want.
Guys,
You guys can find me on Facebook. First of all,
yes.
speaking with Shatia, so I am into everything. Right now, I do Facebook Live as well, to where I do interviews with people who are trying to start their own businesses, who are into cryptocurrency, because I do Bitcoin and things like that. So I have some people that gives information on that. All right. People that want to tell their life stories. I work with kids, and I do self motivation. Okay, so if you want to wake up in the morning and you want to start to get everything that I study in the mornings, I put together and I give it right back to the world. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we feel energy is everything, and just like you receive energy, you have to send that energy back out, and that's how I send that energy back out. So if you want some positive motivation, please follow me on Facebook at Shatia01, and you can follow me on Instagram, which is my that's my biggest platform right now. Love it, love it, love it. I'm actually hitting 1,000.
Instagram. You got Instagram.
Listen, I'm on Instagram. I have over 1,000 followers. I'm actually hitting 1,000. 1,000.
It's
Uh,
Shaking with Shatia. Is your Instagram name is Shaking with Shatia?
no, my Instagram name is Shatia01 as well.
Oh, okay. See, you gotta make that clear. Shoot.
It's on LinkedIn.
And also, I think you just added your Gmail being s.w.s. That was Shaking for Shatia. Passion for Success .ny is dot. What is it? Gmail.com. I'm saying it so wrong. What is it?
Okay.
Cause I've been trying to get you to say it for the longest. You never saying it.
You guys can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Shatia01. Okay. And for my Gmail for the website, it is SWS S.W.S. Passion, that's PASSION, the number 4, success. Okay. And that's .NY. All right. At
At
gmail.com.
gmail.com. Beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful. That is long, girl. When I put that on your website, I was like, half this is gonna get cut off. But I do want to show you that. But once we close out, we gotta have like a 15-minute little putt, and then I'll show you the stuff. But anyway, thank you so much for being my guest, my first guest, my funniest guest. You showed a lot of life in this podcast, and some realism that I think everyone can go and take that away from this, and take it into their lives. What I always say is, take what you need, throw the rest away, or save it for a later date. That's kind of how my motto is. You know what I'm saying? And like I close out with my podcast is love, real love takes sacrifice. So be the change you want to see. So when we have that in mind, we can do anything. So, I say that a lot in my podcast, but I want you guys to really feel that and know that this system will not stop us. We are going to continue to push, continue to fight for our loved ones, continue to speak on those who are being mistreated unjustly by this incarceration, by the system. Because even though my husband is not experiencing that, doesn't mean that you ladies, husbands is not experiencing that misjustice or what's going on. So my prayers and thoughts are with you guys. If you are, I'm grateful and blessed that we're not, but does not mean that I don't want to give that platform to those who are. So if you guys are interested in being a part of my podcast or the audio version, because it's not like you have to show your face or anything like that, please hit me up. I'm pushing past prison. I'm about to say something crazy. Okay, my mouth is not working. Pushing past prison community, triple PC, PPPC. I'm on Podbean. I'm about to get on YouTube. I'm trying to figure that out this week. And I'm on Instagram. And if you can't find me there, Dezeki, Dezeki. But I'd rather y'all not go there because that's a whole nother thing. But that is just in case purposes if you can't find me on there, but you should. So we're gonna close out. Thank you guys. We appreciate it. We love you. And I'll be back with a bonus podcast later and we'll continue. So
Yes.
yeah.
And listen, and don't forget, guys, if you guys are interested in my soap making shop and you live in the Bronx, please feel free to email me so that I can send you more details. Okay. Or hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. Uh, uh, uh,
Later, guys.
oh. See y'all later. Peace out. Bye.